Hello everyone, my name is Ssempijja, the consortium lead for the Opportunity International's Refugee Financial Inclusion Program in Uganda. Uganda hosts over 1.5 million refugees. The Opportunity International's Refugee Financial Inclusion Program is being implemented in Nakivale refugee settlement. Nakivale is located in the southwestern part of the country. It's the oldest refugee settlement in Africa, and currently the settlement hosts over 140,000 refugees. Refugees in Nakivale, just like any other refugees in the country, face a lot of challenges in their bid to access financial services in Uganda. And one of the main challenges that we have come across is around the KYC, the Know Your Customer requirements for them to access the financial services. For example, a number of refugees in Uganda do not have the refugee IDs that is key for them to register for accounts, register for mobile money, or even access loans. But also, those who have the refugee IDs, we have had issues around verifying these because there is no standard system of verifying the refugee IDs as required by the financial service regulators in Uganda. Then the other challenge that we have come across is around access to capital assets, which would be key for collateral to enable refugees access loans. The other main issue we've come across is around the dependency on aid, cash and food from development organizations, which make refugees non-resilient than creating their livelihoods. And of course, we're trying as much as possible to engage them, to work with them, to see to it that we are changing this trend. Under the Refugee Financial Inclusion Program that Opportunity International and Opportunity Bank are implementing in Nakivale, we have been able to identify the different needs of refugees at different levels through a human-centered design approach. We are currently working on a program where we can design activities or interventions to address these needs at all the different levels that we identified. But also we are working around developing products that are specific to the refugee needs. For example, because refugees don't have access to collateral for loans, we have developed a collateral-free loan, and we design it in a way that refugees themselves can guarantee each other within their groups, and they are able to access loans. We've also developed a ledger-free savings account, because the worry for most of the refugees we talk to were we fear to save because our money will be cut. And so we try to make sure that we promote savings by having a refugee account where they don't have to pay any ledger fees. Through our refugee financial inclusion intervention in Nakivale, we have been able to help over 1,000 refugees open up savings accounts with Opportunity Bank Uganda. We have also delivered 250 microloans to small refugee businesses within the refugee settlement in Nakivale. And we have also been able to reach over 4,000 refugees with financial literacy trainings. And we are training refugees on how to manage their cash, how to manage their savings, how and when to get a loan, which one is a bad loan and which one is a good loan. And we are also engaging them into activities such as record keeping. Now, this financial literacy is being conducted by the refugees themselves, selected from within the refugee community. And this is because, one, we want to empower the refugees to lead their development, but also they understand the languages, they understand the behaviors, the cultures of their fellows, so they are the right people to carry out this financial literacy trainings. And lastly, we are working on ensuring that refugees have access to financial services from within their communities. For example, we have set up a Opportunity Bank branch within Nakivale Refugee Settlement to try to make sure that refugees don't have to walk long distances to access financial services, but they can get them from within the settlement. And we are also working on a number of innovative digital solutions to see to it that we are extending financial services to the refugees. My colleague Martin will talk more broadly about the innovations around the digital financial services that we are working on. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, my name is Martin Tirigo. I'm the Director for Digital Financial Services, working for Opportunity International, based here in Uganda. As Opportunity International, we've always been working closely with our consortium lead manager from the refugee sector. We've participated in a lot of programs in the different refugee camps, especially in the Nachi Valley area, where we think we'll be able to make more impact because of the way they can be structured. One of the key things that came to us was the ability to construct a branch inside the camp for us to increase our presence both digitally and physically. So the branch will be more like a center for serving both the physical clients as well as the rollout of our digital products inside the camp. Originally, we used to load huge vans of cash from Kampala to Nachi Valley to distribute cash, and that was very costly both for the bank, for the refugees as well, in terms of charges. However, we've seen a phase where people have been moving away from the traditional cash-based transfers into mobile money bulk disbursements. Of late, I think our customers have also been noting a high charge in terms of mobile money fees, which has prompted us as Opportunity International to think outside the box and bring in our exciting low digital account, which is a low KYC digital account that is based outside the main banking platforms. This account has got the ability to be zero rated for fees because we own it 100%. And it's highly interoperable with the existing channels, with our existing ATMs, and can be accessible even using our mobile money and our Kusimu mobile banking platform. Over and above that, we're working on other different initiatives that are going to solve the greatest hurdles around identity in refugee communities. And this is what we call the biometric banking solution. The biometric banking solution comes with the ability for you to just place your finger on a terminal, and that transaction is self-authorized. However, the solutions that we're also bringing into the camp are total solutions that enables seamless transactions at the very lowest cost possible. We are introducing scan and pay solutions where someone takes out a phone, scans a QR code, and will be able to complete a transaction. Over and above all the solutions that we are going to be introducing, one key thing that always comes to the back of the mind is how do we transform the lives of the refugees? I think for the solutions that we've talked about, we're talking mainly in terms of enhancing financial access to the refugees. But how do we take them out of being a refugee into an entrepreneur? We're looking at creating data repositories through the transactions that the refugees do make. Out of that transactions, we want to introduce credit scoring decisions being made on transactional data. Out of those credit scoring decisions, banks can now provide access to funds because the credit history of each refugee would kind of provide trust for banks to be able to lend to someone based on their transactions that they have done in the previous. In a nutshell, I think I'll end here, and thank you so much for listening.